Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to turn your vocals from this to this. So the first thing you want to do is tune your vocals. Some of these I use auto-tune, some of them I use Melodyne, depending on which result I needed. I have a low cut happening at 60 Hertz, and I have a dip at 560 Hertz. I have a boost at 5K. I wanted to take down some of this mid-range. My vocal felt a little mid-rangey, and I wanted to boost some of the brightness. I also wanted to get rid of some of this low rumble that we do not need. From there, I ran it into an 1176 Blueface, 3 attack, 7 release, 12:1 ratio, and I drove these until I got it to the desired amount that I want, and then I pulled this to set it in the track how I wanted it. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you only come around when you want me. Next, I'm going to throw on a de-esser. This is just on the default setting. There are some S's in the song that I wanted to tame. This is the plugin that I typically reach for to do that. Every step that I'm taking is based off what I'm hearing. Next in my chain, I'm using the pop vocal preset on C4. And I brought some of the brightness down from the last tutorial. Personally, I feel like I've been going a little bright on my mixes, and I can pull them back a bit. So this is an adjustment that I've been trying out. I'll let you know how I like it. I don't really touch these thresholds. I don't mess with any of these. I just try and get the vocal, the orange line, to rest around the middle. I just tweak those a little bit, maybe even the gains a bit. Let's see, after that I have a 2A, analog always off, I don't need noise. And when I use this, I typically use around the 12 o'clock mark, around on the 50. That seems to get the amount of compression that I typically like. If I need to go a little bit more, I do it. If I need to go a little bit less, I do. And then after that, I put a saturator and I build harmonics based off everything we've done so far. So I'm going to push it into this a bit. I'm going to change the algorithm. And I'm just going to pull it down a bit. And finally, I do have Soothe, just cleaning up some of this muddy area. So if you remember what our vocals sounded like before. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you only come around when you... This is what it sounds like now. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you want... Sounds great, super clean, polished, not too bright. I did add harmonies on this track, so I'm going to turn those on now. I'll turn the tune back on for that. I'll turn the tune back on for these. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you only come around when you want me. From there, I wanted to put an effect on the main vocals, so I used Real ADT. This is a doubler plugin, famously based off Abbey Road's sessions with the Beatles. Fun fact, Paul McCartney did not like doing his doubles, so they created something to run the tape back a couple milliseconds later, and it would sound like a doubled vocal. My thought process, once I get to this point, I have it clean. There's no mud or anything that I want to get rid of. No poking frequencies. There's no sharpness. There's no S's. There's no tuning that needs to be done. Pops, clicks, anything like that. I can get into the finalization stage of the vocal for me, which is setting it in with effects. Maybe a little bit of sidechain compression, verbs, delays, stuff like that. So the first thing that I have, I'm pushing into a Valhalla room verb. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you only come around when you wanna haunt me. It's off right now. Lay me in the ground, reaching out like a zombie. It's on. It sounds like I'm in a bit of a room. And that's that Real ADT that's making it give that double kind of sound effect too that you really love to hear. Next from there, I have a plate verb going. Here we go, combining two different reverbs to get the sound that we want. Remember last summer when you said that you want me, now you only come around when you wanna haunt me. That is just a beautiful, beautiful sound. You can almost never go wrong with a plate verb. One thing that I did to this, I saturated a little bit so that I could have it cut through a bit more. I wanted to hear that verb. And I also brought down some of this around 180 Hertz. If you see, I'll boost this back up. Remember last summer when you said that you want me. Sounds like I'm in like a hall. So I take it down, 6. Remember last summer when you said... And we just get the nice qualities that we want from the reverb. After that, I have a delay. Remember last summer when you said that you want me. Beautiful quarter note, ping-ponging back and forth. Feedback not too high so it doesn't go on forever and ever. And I'm also just getting rid of some low frequencies so I'm not messing with the bass. And the final thing that I did to it was I put a sidechain compressor and I just drove it into there a bit. I always use this squash preset and I just pull the output down and then I just blend the taste. Remember last summer when you said that you want me? And that's what we did to the vocals, really. That's all of it. As a little bonus and to give some more beef to this video, I will show you guys my mastering chain as well for this. So first and foremost, I use Gullfoss. I'm just using some recover and some tame, brightened it a hair, just to get it to the point I want. This cleans it up actually a decent amount. Gullfoss is a great plugin. It's an AI plugin that refreshes like 8,000 times per second or something like that. Great sounding results. The God Particle comes after that, just getting some saturation, stereo imaging going on here, some multiband compression. Nothing going on with the EQ, the input, or the limiter, or the output. It's just this. Next, I use the SSL bus compressor. 2 is glue, that's what I typically aim for. 30 on the attack, 1 on the release, 2 to 1. I want to let the transients through. I want it to let go as soon as it's done what it has to do. So yeah, let's just hear, if I just turn these 3 off and let's just see. So off. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like it's a song instead of a vocal over top of a beat to me now. After that, I drove it into a limiter. I'm going to leave this off for now because I don't want to blow everyone's ears out. Then I went to Soothe, a master preset with a little bit of tweaking, just taking down some of this area specifically, 3K. Not going too hard on it because you don't want to take out too much on your master. It becomes noticeable. I took a bit of 173 out and then just pulled down some of the ceiling a little bit. Yeah, that is the gist of the entire track. Really, really love the way that this one came out. Definitely want to give a shout out again to my friends Kenny, Kevin, and Ben for helping with this. I mean, this guitar is just amazing. I put track spacer at the beginning of it, sidechain to the vocal, so it just pulls down. It's on its default setting. It just pulls down the guitar when the vocal's happening. I played the bass on this, right? And then I laid all these drums in Addictive Drummer, which great plugin for live sounding drums if you don't play. But yeah, that's the whole track. Thank you guys for checking this out. Definitely leave some comments on what you want to see next. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Peace.